Okay, Giddy.
Yes,
Monday,
sir.
Monday morning in the Hizao, as you like to say. Oh man, look, man. I think a lot of people kind of always feel
yeah.
down about Mondays, but I think Monday is the day when you're supposed to wake up with all the energy, okay, and just crush the week. But I'm an unusual
Well,
person like that.
it's not like we really get a Monday.
Is that
We
one?
work all week long.
Well, that is
It's not
true.
like you and I really get a Monday.
Yeah, we really don't, man. But hey, sometimes that's a good thing, man, because then it's like you don't even know what day it is, right? Every day is just a
Yeah.
day to wake up and get after it. And for me, that works out. I'm happy
Yeah.
with that. Right. Now, let's jump into it here, man. I want to talk about what happened over the weekend. Dogecoin.
Let's do that.
We had some really high hopes for that, man. But that did not go as planned. But before we jump into that as well, we're also going to be talking about just the market and manipulation, right? I feel like we're always talking about manipulation, but we're going to be talking about that. And we have a specific article this time around, which I think everyone will find interesting how it's the same thing, but presented in two different ways. And then, of course, we're going to go into our Scribble analysis and going to
Yep.
review some of the stuff that we also went over last week and new recommendations. So let's jump right into it, man. Bitcoin dominance looking
Yes,
like
sir.
it's still falling,
Yeah, it's down 1%,
right?
and
And
Ethereum has gone up 2%.
2% looks nice, man. Hey, I'm excited for
Yeah.
this one because I called it last week. I said Ethereum was going to 4K. Look at that, man. We're sitting there at 4K, and we'll see how that looked like on my Scribble analysis. Did it move kind of like I was thinking it was or not, right? And of course, Dogecoin. Let's jump into that, man.
Yeah, I think my scribble analysis on Dogecoin is actually coming coming to play.
Hey, it's coming. I will say
I
that.
knew
I would say it's
something like
definitely
this was
coming to
gonna
play,
happen.
dude, man. We were in Dogecoin, and I have to say, I'm a bit disappointed with how things went down. It was a little bit underwhelming, man.
No, I'm not. I'm not disappointed. I knew this was gonna happen because when the media is out there pumping it and everybody's out there pumping it, that's when you
Right.
know it's about to go
It's
down,
about to go down.
which means it's going down
I
because
mean,
that's what they do.
at least I was expecting like a move in the right direction for at least a second. Let me collect some profits, bro. You know. But the thing just turned around immediately. I was sitting there, I was watching it, and I'm looking at my Dogecoin, and it was just sinking. And it was just sinking. Then it got to
It
the
was
point where I told
slowly
myself I was gonna
sinking
get out.
before the show even started.
True, true. It was sinking. I mean, of course, there were some guys who were just kind of exchanging, some sharks essentially who were just. I think they were just suppressing the price to get their friends in because I could see the trading volume at the time. Right, there was like big buys
Hmm.
coming in, and at the same time, there was also like a lot being sold at the same time. And this is not retail investors, right? It was big numbers moving back and forth. But
Yeah.
I actually went ahead and I loaded more since I was already falling, and I think there is potential. There's potential. I think $1 is still coming. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually wanted to buy at 46 cents. Actually, I've done a limited buy and just walked away, but I went shopping for the family and I
Right.
missed my 46 cents buy in. So it's
Oh
currently at
man,
50 cents. I'm not in a rush to get in, so I think I might get it somewhere around there. It's gonna go down a little bit before it goes back up,
you think so? All
just
right.
a little bit.
We'll see more in the technical
Yeah,
analysis.
just a few
Now,
cents.
here's the thing. One thing that is interesting is how the relationship between Elon Musk, Tesla, anything that Elon Musk puts his hand on, and the media, right? Because we woke up this morning. I sent you the article. Well, you sent me the article you were going to do, and I just saw part of the title, and I was like, "Hey, I think this is the same thing I'm going to be doing." But then we see that it's the same thing they're talking about, but based on what source is coming from,
Different ways.
it is presented differently altogether. And this will
Yeah.
affect the way people will react to whether it's a stock or crypto or anything like that, right? You could see it as wordplay, word manipulation. Hey, let's look at it and see what it is, right? So the article I was going to do, it's talking about Elon Musk and this mission, right? So they're trying to test interplanetary currency transaction, if you will. And Musk SpaceX accepts Dogecoin as payment for sending a satellite to the moon, right? The Doge 1 mission to the moon will launch aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket in
Next
Q1 of
year.
2022.
Next year.
Yeah, so it's next
Yup.
year, right? And so there's good hopes for this. Everyone is excited about this. We're trying to see what these people are onto. This is groundbreaking. This is, new territory that we're crossing to as a human race, right? And you would think that everyone would be excited about investing in something like this. And we have CoinDesk here. This one is from CoinDesk, and they just give you the facts, right? They keep it clean and simple.
Yeah. Let me jump in real quick. So on
Yeah.
Saturday night, right, on SNL, because there was not a lot of big talk about the potential or the usage of Dogecoin. The price jumped from like 75 cents right before the show, all the way down to like 44 cents. This is Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday, the price started sticking back up from like 44 to like 46 to like 50 to like almost 55, 57.
Yes.
Right? This is Monday. Look at that. Already it's up 13.48%.
13.48% on Monday. Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
No bias, just information, right?
Straight
Go to the
information.
next article.
Absolutely. So you jump over here. Same situation. Dogecoin slides 10%
Story.
after Elon Musk SpaceX launches first Dogecoin. I can't even read this with
Look
a
at
straight
that
face,
title,
man. What is this thing? Listen, I get it, man. When you go to journalist school, they probably teach you something like, man bites dog sells more than dog bites man. But at the same time, man, there is something called journalistic integrity, and I cannot take these people serious.
Yes.
Market Watch, Business
But
Insider.
the sad part of it is that this is what people are reading every day. Nobody,
and they react
not
to
a lot
this.
of people read CoinDesk.
Yes, and people react
Yeah.
to this. People react to this, right? And so they say Dogecoin slides 10%. First of all, 10% in crypto markets is a couple minutes,
Nothing.
right? 10% in crypto markets is a couple minutes. These things can move, I don't know, 20% or more in a day. But when they say it slides and it's 10%, and someone reading this and they're reacting to it without doing their research, right, just doesn't work out for them so well.
Look at those
Dogecoin
big
fell.
bullets.
Yeah, so it says Dogecoin fell 10% on Monday
Fell.
after Elon Musk announced a Doge funded mission.
On Monday, look at
let's go back here.
CoinDesk and see
Today's-
what the actual price is.
Today's Monday, right? We're up
Monday.
We're up 12%.
It's up 12%. They're saying it's a fell 10%.
Yeah. So how do you
Falling, the falling or whatever it is.
Dude, look at
happened
this.
Saturday.
Look at these words here. Slides 10%, fell 10%,
Fell
plunged
10%.
plunged 10% in one. Listen, man. Journalistic integrity is very important, man. When you start making yourself look like a clown like this, yeah, I don't think that in the future anything you say is going to count. Of course, you're always going to be able to trap people who are not aware, people who do not educate themselves on these things. But listen, what is it? Market Watch, Business Insider, whatever they call themselves these days.
Bloomberg, unfortunately.
Like, man, I used to be a
But
fan
it's
of
very
Bloomberg,
important
bro.
though.
I used to take Bloomberg seriously.
It's very important
man.
to stay on those channels. It's very important to stay on those news.
I'm not
media
staying
so
on
that
it.
you
If
can
something-
know.
Here's the thing. Here's how I feel about it. Let me tell you how I feel about it. If something radical is happening, you will find out. You cannot avoid the news anymore these days. It's going to be in your face. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be somewhere. Then if it strikes your interest, you can dig deeper into it. I will no longer spend time on these sites going through this information that is absolute crap, right? Because what I found is it's not been relevant to my investing. It's not helped my investing. If anything, it's taking me in the opposite direction of, of what I'm trying to accomplish. It's hurt me more than it's helped me. I would say that much.
Shay,
Yes.
let's not be an emotional investor because now that's what you want to use. You want to know what your enemy is up to. because it's the knowledge of what your enemy is up to that will define your strategy.
Let me tell you what I'm emotional. Yeah,
so
I
if
agree.
they're knocking it right, if they're knocking it right,
yes,
and you're a value investor and you know that there's value in the company,
yes,
then you know to start buying more.
True. Kenny, I agree with what you're saying there, and you're making a valid point. I will tell you what I'm emotional about. I'm emotional about the effect this has on people. I'm emotional about telling people that, listen, this is happening, because there are people who were taking action on this news, not knowing
on this news,
that they're being is wordplay. Right? That is what I'm emotional about. I want to see people be more aware of what is going on. For me personally, we know what's going on, right? I know where to put myself and where not to. I know what not to react to. That is fine. It's good. I want to see everyone else win as well. That is what gets me riled up, man. And when I see this stuff from what is supposed to be a credible stuff, right? A credible source, right? You have access to the masses, and you're using that opportunity to just be more greedy, really, because it's not like these people need any more money than they already have. I mean, I get it, everyone needs more, but you're taking from the people who are just trying to get started, man. It's not helping.
And I think you and I were just saying this a few minutes ago, that why is it okay for them to be able to make all this noise about any stock or any security, whereas Elon on the other side, the SEC is going after him for just saying facts.
And there's the thing, it's like it's not as bad as what Andrew Left does. Andrew Left was outright.
This is worse than Andrew Left.
This is, dude, I mean, Andrew Left is just, hey, I mean, he came around at some point, he came around at some point, but that guy, what he was doing, I still believe to this day that it was illegal. I don't think it should be okay, right? To have a following, you come out and just dump on a stock like that. Yeah, some of those companies were shady, but at the same time, it's like, let people do their research instead of like, because what he did was just straight up manipulation. I don't see how they're getting around that. I guess if you have good lawyers, anything is legal, but it is what it is. But we're just trying to raise awareness of these things. And yeah, that's it. Rant over. What do you have to add, Kenny?
Just be careful. I mean, we had this video a while back, a recording that we did a while back that says be careful where you get your information from. And this is a really good example.
Yeah, exactly. What really makes me sad is like back in the day, man, I used to wake up in the morning and I would turn on Bloomberg, man. And the sound is so official. And I was like, yes, we're taking good info. Whatever, man.
Bloomberg, I used to listen to Bloomberg on my way to work.
They disappointed me.
In the car.
So disappointed, man. We used to look up to you, Bloomberg. What happened? They say never meet your heroes. Something like that. Anyway, moving on. Moving on, let's talk about Ethereum. I'm excited about this one because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Last week I did a Scribble analysis on Ethereum, and over the weekend, Ethereum got to 4K. Which is when I did my Scribble analysis, I called it. I put that line over there. I said it was not precise. It might get there, it might not get there, but look, it's approaching it. If you look at my Scribble situation here, we have an up, down, up, and then a massive pullback, right? Which is what we have here. An up, maybe down, another up. This is this move here. You catch me? And yeah, maybe it might hit that, but I think that soon it's about to make that massive pullback. So you might think we're guessing, but like I said last time, the more you think we're guessing, the better for me.
Yeah, for someone that does not trade or use all these tools all the time, they'll like, okay, this guy's just playing around. But because we've been doing this so often, it comes to you easy. So it takes time to be able to run your math like this.
Absolutely. Hey, Scribble analysis 101, man. If you want some courses, I got you. Okay. So what was the other thing that we're also going to do a Scribble analysis here is Dogecoin, and take this one away, Getty, because I think your prediction is more true in this scenario here.
Yeah. So I was certain that Elon is going to be trying to protect his brand
Right.
So during SNL, it was not gonna do too much with Doge.
Right.
So we're going to have a similar one that we had in April, which was that dump, that cycle that you had over there.
Of course.
That you had over there between the 12th and the 19th.
Over here. Yes,
So
we
that
saw for
happened,
that.
which is what we just saw here. Yep. Yep. So I was expecting that to happen because, we were saying what's the difference between stocks and crypto.
Right.
That do they follow trends? And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So I was betting this is not gambling. This is just technical analysis here.
Right.
That trend was going to repeat itself.
Let's see. So this is the trend Kenny's talking about here, by the way. That'll be over here. So you have this move up, then there was a bit of a pullback.
Yep.
Right. What would you say? Cup and handle sort of situation, maybe. Or parabolic, if you will. So it kind of pulls back before going for the next run. So Kenny was saying that this trend here was going to repeat itself, and based on what we're seeing here, it could repeat itself, right? Because we're now having this pullback situation.
It is already.
Right, it's already
so we have a little sideways
coming through, and it's been holding above where we are now, maybe 50, 501, 50 cents.
49.
Yeah, it's been holding around 50 cents there.
50 cents.
So, I think if it keeps holding here, then we'll kind of see that sweet
the next
move again to the upside as it goes that way.
Yep.
Again, now this is not matching the time frame here. It's just more so.
It's just
a representation of what is going to happen within a smaller time frame there.
Yep.
And of course, let's remove that one. And of course, in my analysis in this situation, is obviously not going to happen anymore. What am I doing? Hold up.
He's trying to remove that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remove that one there. Messing that one up.
Hang on. Control Z.
Boom. There we go. All right. So let me put your situation back on there. Right color. Perfect. So you're thinking more of a holding support here and then gradual move up to the upside, right?
Yep.
That's what we had. And what I have was more of a to the moon situation.
Right there.
Yeah, and that was like that alert which I said that, hey, I already had an alert for my exit, right? Yeah,
next there.
Because I was like, even if I'm sleeping, I want to hear that alert and I want to get up and just get out. But that's not going to be the case there. So that did not work out so well. All right. So let's see. What else do we have? Last time we also had some stocks that we looked into. Do you remember which one you had from last time? All right. So the stock you did not recommend last time was LUMN, Lumen Technologies, right? So your stock pick from last time, which is looking nice. That is okay. It's up in the pre-market as well, up to $13 in the pre-market. I like it. Oh, that's an alert for market open. Right. So hey, that is looking pretty strong, Kenny. Corporate handle situation maybe.
Yep.
I like it.
I said there was a couple of them, and it was time for another one.
Absolutely. Ooh. Yeah, moving back. Look at that, man. There's one. There's another one. That took a lot longer, but it sure did happen. Amazing. Okay. I do not have anything from last time, but the good news is this time around I have something, and actually this time around is crypto for me. So my pick this week is going to be ICX, which is Icon, and I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of info on that before we look at, we can look at the chart before we go take a look at it. So ICX is essentially, let's see here, let's go to the overview. I'm just going to read what it is to y'all because describing it is going to be a lot. But so Icon is an interconnecting blockchain network.
Market just opened, by the way.
The market is open. How is it going so far? Let's see. Oh, nothing too exciting on my end yet.
I just sold something.
You sold something?
I just took a profit on something.
Oh, you had a limit order set.
In my field orders. Yeah, I have a limit order set on INO.
Ooh, you collected some profits there.
So, yeah.
Dude, did you know Brembo is Is Brembo a publicly traded company? Brembo Bricks?
Oh, Brembo Breaks?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. They're big
Apparently,
enough.
Brembo posted strong first quarter on robust recovery across markets. And because of that, Tesla dropped 1.2%. Oh, I gotta look into that. That's interesting. I did not know Brembo was a publicly traded company. So anyway, back to back to Icon here. Icon is an interconnecting blockchain network that connects independent blockchains without additional intermediaries. An Icon provides unique blockchain solutions to banks, hospitals, and universities. The Icon platform represents the next generation of blockchain technology and aims to bring forth decentralized applications, which is dApps, that can be used swiftly and securely by a variety of institutions and communities. So essentially, what Icon is going to be able to do is to create applications that you'll be able to use if you're on the, say, Ethereum blockchain or Polkadot blockchain or what is the other one? Cardano blockchain. Jeez, that got away from me.
Oh, yeah,
So so with having this cross connection, I mean, I think anyone can understand the importance of having that connection between platforms, right? More
I
usability.
keep telling people that they should stop. They should stop letting people tell them that crypto is nothing.
Oh, crypto is
Crypto
everything.
is it's just in the digital space.
Sometimes and sometimes something I just tell people, the IRS bought crypto. I'm like, if the IRS bought crypto, I want crypto, right? They're buying it for a reason. But and you could just do your research, man. It's no longer a secret. This thing's all over the place. So I think that Icon has this project has some very strong potential because it's going to be connecting platforms.
Yeah.
Right. Currently at 270. I'm very bullish on this. I think at least $5 is possible in the near future. Right. So that is ICX for me. That is my pick for today. Kenny.
Yeah. Mr. Analyst is thinking it's going to $7.
I thought he said $10 at some point.
Is it $10 thinking?
He's super bullish on this thing. If it goes the way he's saying, man, I guess we'll become millionaires. We just need to keep adding to it.
Let's keep adding to our positions. Right?
Exactly. So yeah, go ahead, Kenny. Your recommendation? Not recommendation. Why do I keep saying that?
American Airlines, AAL.
Ooh, that is a good one. Why did you go with AAL?
So I've made a lot of money with American Airlines in the past, especially after their bankruptcy. So I am thinking that this is another opportunity. I should have gotten in a lot much earlier. I do have some lip calls on it,
of course,
and I do have some shares on it. So just in straightforward, I'm not telling you to buy. It's just our pick. But I have positions in this.
Looking at the technicals here, man. Right, that's on a daily chart we're looking at. It seems to be in a little bit of an upward trend right now.
It's a slow mover,
if you will. Yeah, but investing takes time. I think it's worth having, and especially with the vaccine and everything going on, we have to see the results of all the vaccinations. Right, it's gonna allow people to be able to get out more. If it does, and then again, it's this thing dropped from the skies, you know what I mean?
Almost $60.
When we roll into the pandemic,
$60.
So I don't know if they're ever going to be able to get back to that level, but if they
can I tell you an interesting story of American Airlines?
Go for it.
So I bought American Airlines at $2. Right?
No way. This is the first time.
This is after their bankruptcy a while back. I have a lot of stories, but I mean, this is quite a while. I bought it for $2.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend that worked there that just didn't like the job. Well, an ex-friend now. And I was like, you should sell it. The company's not doing much. So I sold it at $20. This sucker went up to $60. And I was like, oh crap, I should have held on. Because if I held on, because I had like 1,000 shares at $2.
Yeah.
At $60, I would have been living wonderful. I was like, okay, lessons learned. This is why when you and I talking, like, Kenny, why are you holding on to stocks? Just take your profits. Because I've been burned too many times.
Here's
so
the
this
thing,
time around.
I think that there's two ways to look at it, right? I think yes. For me, before I get into a stock, right, I have a strategy. I'm like, am I holding this long term or am I just trying to collect some profits on this? I will stick to the plan, bro. I will stick to the plan. That is one thing with me. Like when I set yes, I get it. There are times when you have to change your plan, But unless it's something drastic, I am not changing my plan, bro. It has to be drastic and it has to be significant.
My plans tends to be too old because
I
there's been
understand,
so many stocks.
like, let's say in this
cheap.
situation, right? Your plan was to buy it because you expected it to go up. You change your plan because your friend said the company was not going up. That is not good enough of a reason to change your plan. You see what I'm saying?
That's insider information. If I can say that, that's
inside. As we're learning, nobody's reliable. Okay.
No.
Lordstown told us that they had a truck. You know, where was insider information to tell us that there was no truck? You know what I mean? But
jeez.
Oh man, this is hilarious. But look, man, there's an opportunity here. Looking at the thing right now, it looks like where it's sitting right now. I would go for a short-term move. You know what I mean? I would probably get in here at 22 and get back out around 24. That's just the type of person I am. You know.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's just the type of person I am. So, hey, that's a beautiful one. I like it. Let's see what else. Hey, man, I think that was it. Oh, we do have a new addition to the show, based on a recommendation from
feedback
from
a
Chigo.
viewer.
Yes. Feedback from Chigo. So Chigo, if you're watching, man, shout out to you. This one was from Chigo. She wanted to get some educational information, right? So she says she loves following with everything that we're showing here. Oh, dude, American Airlines is not joking. This is seriously about to happen.
We're in there.
I take that back. It's going to be a slow mover.
It's always a slow mover.
Yeah, take all of that back. Right. So anyway, Chigo said she wanted to get more educational information from the show. So we've been thinking of how we can share information that can also be educational for anyone who is watching. And slowly over time, hopefully we can provide more value to our viewers that way. So we thought of something today, word of the day, right? So we'll start with something like word of the day, and these are some trading terms that you're going to see as you maybe browse and invest on Robinhood, get off Robinhood, or any other platform that may be out there, right? So we have ATH, ATR, and MA. Let's start with ATH, all-time highs, right? Essentially, when you see ATH somewhere, it just means that stock is at an all-time high. This means that this is the highest that the stock has ever been. Essentially, your address is the moon. This is very high. You know what I mean? This is the highest point that this stock has gotten to. That's what that is. ATR, Kitty.
Can we teach them a quick lessons learned on ATH? Sometimes when you see the ATH, for example, if right after the COVID-19 recovery stocks reach their ATH, that could be like, okay, man, maybe it's time for me to chill for a little bit and wait for some corrections or some pullbacks before you get in. But some people buy at all-time highs and still make profit. It's just like the profit will take a little bit longer to get to. So I tend not to buy stocks options at all-time highs.
All-time high,
I do that sometimes with ETFs or index funds because I know those guys are going to keep going up. So those are the only two times that I mess around with all-time highs.
I'm going to also add something to that before we move on to ATR. Obviously, when you are at all-time highs, with the traditional stock market, generally you don't want to be getting in at that point because you're paying more for it than anyone else who is currently holding it, and everyone else is winning. And if they decided to start collecting profits, you are left holding the bag. This means that you bought this and now everyone is collecting profits and you're in the negative, and you're just going to be in the negative until you come back to this high price level again and above it before you see your profits. However, I have noticed that with crypto, and this is just my opinion, so don't, not financial advice. We're not financial advisors.
Blah, blah, blah.
Do your own research before you engage the markets. Okay. Yes. Don't listen to Mr. Tom Nash, man. He's not. And with crypto, what happens is when you get to an all-time high, I have noticed that if you get in at an all-time high, you're more likely to get a newer all-time high. This is just what is happening with crypto at this time. This trend might change. Okay. For example, when Dogecoin hit an all-time high and you were worried about getting into it, guess what happened? A new all-time high came about. and people were worrying about getting into it because they're like, this is it, it has to crash, especially for people who've been investing, right? And this was not all making sense, and it hit another all-time high.
Yeah, because the momentum and the news just keeps pushing it.
Exactly. So crypto just moves differently, a little bit differently from the traditional stock. So it's you gotta get a feel for it and move accordingly.
Yeah.
ATR.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So ATR is going to be your average true range. Now this one is more of a volatility indicator.
Yeah, so basically ATR basically tells you what the average price that stocks moves in a day.
Right.
So if you have a stock like Apple, maybe the ATR is like $2 or so, maybe $5. I have to go and look at it. But basically, if the market opens at 130, the most that stock is going to go up is 132 or 128 in that day.
Absolutely. There we go. And for the last one, we have moving average, MA. Right.
Yeah, so we have simple moving average and we have exponential moving average. So we have about like 8 and 34. The 8-day exponential moving average and 34 is 34 days exponential moving average. So over 8 days, this is what the price has moved. What you want to keep an close eye on is those 8 and 34 days moving average. So how has the price of that stock move within those days?
Yep.
And some of the things they want to look at is that in the most immediate 5 to 7 days, is the stock moving up or moving down? If the price action is above the 8-day moving average, there's a potential that the price will keep going up.
Absolutely. Well, that's pretty much what we have for that one. I mean, I think Kenny definitely nailed that one. I have nothing to add to it. We'll have something awesome tomorrow again. I think that is all we have for today. Okay, Kenny, before we shut it down, anything else to add?
Well, we love what we do. We're here to further help you guys out. So if you have any comments or feedback, just let us know. We'll definitely get to it.
Absolutely. We enjoy what we do. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, check out.
Double O out.